In today's video, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions if you're considering marriage. These 3 questions could save you a lot of headache in the long run, because chances are you may not be ready for marriage. Let's talk about it. Glory to the Most High, Yah Shalom. Thank you for tuning in to another Righteous Spirit-filled episode. Today I'm back at it in them trenches, handling that kingdom business. Man, oftentimes when we look at, the union of marriage, and we look at people that desire to be married, men and women, oftentimes they don't truly know what the purpose of marriage is. Oftentimes, they haven't seen a good example that's worthy of being followed in the pursuit of marriage. We're dealing with a society of people, of some that come from broken homes, some that haven't seen stability and cooperation in the household. Marriage can be the most beautiful thing, or it can be a nightmare. And today, man, I want to give you 3 questions that every single person that desires to be married needs to ask themselves so they're not wasting their time. Before I do that, smash that like button. No, really, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Turn your notifications on. And check out my affiliate links in the description box. I've got some exclusive discount codes for you. Man, there is nothing better than after a long day's worth of work, than coming home to my wife and pouring into my family. The first question you need to ask yourself is, whose ideal of marriage are you gonna follow? Are you gonna follow Western cultures, the world's idea of marriage? Are you gonna follow the Most High Yah's way of marriage, biblical marriage? Very important. That question alone right there weeds out all of the people who are dating, courting somebody, desiring to get married, and you're thinking about your religious beliefs and, well, he's apostolic and, I'm Southern Baptist. That one question weeds through all of that. Who are you going to follow in marriage? The will of God or the will of the world? Man, I'm here to tell you that if you ignorantly choose to follow the ideals of worldly marriage, it's gonna be painful for you. Man, if you're somebody that's like, well, I can do both, I can have the best of both worlds, I'm here to tell you that that's the furthest thing from the truth. Man, there's no way you're gonna serve the Most High Yah as a man or a woman in marriage while following the ways of the world. It's contrary to the word. The word says, do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed in the renewing of your mind. Can't have it both ways. The second question is, do you know how to be a wife? Do you know how to be a husband? Okay, that's the second question. And then if you say yes, who taught you? Who did you learn from? How did you know, or how do you know that what they taught you or what you saw is conducive to a righteous marriage? Chances are you don't want to gamble and make the mistake of following a man or a woman that you thought was a good example, only to find out later at the end of a marriage that you are replicating toxic behavior, unrighteous behavior. Very critical question you need to ask yourself before you go down the path of saying you want to be married or you actually get married to a man or to a woman. The third and final most question, which leads up to this one. Are you willing to be a servant? Are you willing to be a servant? When I say servant, you can even take that to the extreme of slave. Are you willing to be a servant or a slave? Man, when you think about Messiah, Jesus the Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, when you think about him coming in the form of a servant and doing it with honor, he did it without being grievous. It was his desire to serve the Most High Yah. You know, he didn't have the mindset of, I don't want to be doing this, I'm a slave, all of this. You got to think how Sarah honored Abraham by calling him master. That's how she honored her husband. Man, if you are not willing to serve, you need to stay away from marriage, because marriage is servitude. Biblically, the man serves the Most High Yah. His life has to be submitted to the Most High Yah. Biblically, a wife has to be 100% submitted in all things to her husband. There is no area of your life where you're saying, well, no, that's my personal life, that's my business. That's not gonna work. And if that's the way you feel, you probably need to think twice about getting yourself in a marriage, because you're gonna wreck it faster than you can build it. Man, today I wanted to give you a different azimuth on a topic that's trending all on social media. People are telling you to do this and do that, but man, if their guidance does not come from righteousness, chances are it's gonna cause you to fail. Closer to Yah Ministries, kicking that thing gun barrel straight.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.